my craft desk with paper and glue, and all the inks too, paper and stamps to make a card or two. I love spending time with you at my craft desk. Hands all busy, hearts stay light. Craft desk, welcome to my craft desk. Craft desk, inks and tools and glue. Craft desk, I love spending time with you. Inks and tools and a whole lot of glue. I cut out a heart, then I sign it for you. Little scraps of color piled up by the light. I love spending time with you at my craft desk. Hands all busy, hearts stay light. Craft desk, welcome to my craft desk. Craft desk, inks and tools and glue. Craft desk, I love spending time with you. One more card, one more bow. Fold it slow, then let it go. Craft desk, welcome to my craft desk. Craft desk, inks and tools and glue. Craft desk, I love spending time with you.
Hello. Hi there, Lee. Hi, Gloria. How are we doing today? Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel, Linda Tillman Creates. Sorry, the lighting is a little off today. I am at my dining room table with my Cricut Maker, as you can see, sitting here, because I created in Design Space a little penguin, hula penguin. If you saw the video I posted yesterday, it was a premiere I did, where I showed how I made it in Design Space. I will be not catching everybody's chat because I will be going back and forth from this screen here. I can see the chat to where I'm sharing Design Space with you when I'm doing certain projects and things. So I'll be doing different things. All right. So we're going to go into Design Space, which I'm going to go into there right now. Let's go to this. I got to go to Scenes. And I'm going to be sharing it with you so that you can see what I'm working on. And I'm going to talk you through it for a minute before we start actually cutting and everything. I was going to cut everything in advance, but I figured maybe some people would want to see how to do all this. Oh, good. You can see me down here. That's cool. Oh, maybe I can make it like... Okay, sweet. If you look down here in the bottom corner, you can see me down there. See me? All right. Maybe I should just put the chat on screen too. I don't know how that's gonna, if that'll interfere. Let's try that. And then that way, I don't want it rounded. And I want to make it kind of smaller. You guys can't see what I'm doing. You're just seeing my thingamajigger here. Oh. All right, I'll quit playing with that. Anyway, so here I am in Design Space. Now, I don't know why. Actually, on Design Space. So I don't know why every time I close it, save it, why it flips this back upside down. My penguin is not going to have grass growing across the bottom of her face like a mustache. It's just not going to happen. It's just everything is in layers. If we run into a problem with the Cricut cutting these little flowers, we'll change the flowers. But as of right now, we're going to go ahead and make this. We've already designed it. We did that video yesterday. Today, we're going to actually cut it. What I'm not going to cut, though, guys, I am not going to cut this card base. And I am, what did I attach? Oh, okay. So I'm not going to cut this card base. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to make that invisible. I'm also not going to cut the pink. Let me ungroup this. Or not ungroup it, but so I'm going to come down here and I'm going to find these two squares. I'm not cutting them today. I can cut those with my actual trimmer. So that's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to have them there for people who don't do regular card making and want to use the Cricut for everything. So that's what we're going to do. And this is not print and cut today. This is making our own little die cuts with the Cricut machine. All right, so I'm going to close the eyeball on the blue, and I'm going to close the eyeball on the pink. So this is all we have, okay? And I want to ungroup this. Try to find that grass. I don't understand why that. We're just going to cut it. We're not going to play around with all that. All right, so I'm going to go over here to make. So see that big green make button? And we're going to press make. And then in the bottom corner, you'll see me putting things on mat and everything. I don't know how, hold on a minute. Let me see if I can make it so that it's, let's not show the chat on screen because nobody's chatting. All right, let's see if I can make this. Like, oh, but then you can't see. No, that's not going to work. Then you can't see what I'm doing on the screen. We'll just flip back and forth. All right. Let's move this out of the way over here. Oh, look at what it did. So that's what I'll have to do. I'll have to flip them back and forth. All right. Anyway. Anywho, let me go back to the Cricut. So we're going to look at our mats before we do anything. We're not going to click continue. We have just clicked the word make it and it brought us to these screens. We're not going to do, and we're going to check over here on the left side of our screen and we're going to make sure, we're going to check to see how many mats we need. When I say how many mats we need, that means how many colors of paper that this is going to cut. Can I take any and can I put them with another one to save paper and save cutting time? This is all the stuff I'm going to check right now. I'm also going to check to make sure that I'm checking my material load type that is on a mat because I am not using smart materials. I am using just regular cardstock and glitter cardstock. The material size, 12 by 12, that'll tell the machine that this is the size mat I need, a 12 by 12 mat. Okay. We got a lot of work to do. I hope you guys got a drink and a snack or you're crafting stuff on the table beside you. So we need white. We need black. Scroll down, we need some orange. And I'm not going to say it. If Denise watches this, I'm not saying it. And then now see here, we got two different greens. We don't need two different greens. They can be the same green. They're going to both be glitter green, but we'll do that on the next step where no, we're going to do it right now. So we're going to take this and we're going to move that object and we're going to come to this first green. See how it tells us current? That tells us where we're moving it from. And now the check mark tells me where I'm moving it to. I'm going to come down here to confirm and I'm going to confirm it. But then I got to move it because it just put it right on top of that other piece. I don't want that there. So we're going to move our grass right along here. And then we're going to go back to the other mat again. So I want all my green on the same mat. I don't need to do two different papers. So I'm going to come up here and click on them three little dots. And I'm going to go move object. I'm going to come back to the green. A little check mark showed up. And I'm going to click confirm. And then I'm going to move it. I'm going to select that grass right there. And I'm going to cut it right beside. That way I can just do a clean cut across to save the rest of my paper. And I don't know why I did that, but anyway, okay. I don't know how I undid that grid. Yeah, that was a mistake. I don't know what I did there. Anyway, so now, okay, we're good with that. We're going to move down to the next mat, which would be number 6. And that would be the pink with the little flowers. And then we're going to check this one. Those are our bigger flowers. Okay, and that's all the colors. So we need a light pink. And then we're going to use, okay. This is where I got to show you what I'm doing on this actual thing here. So we got our light pink. We got our darker pink, our glitter pink. We got our white for the belly. Did it show us white? Yeah, that was one of our first mats. So we got white, light pink, glitter pink. For the grass stuff, I'm using glitter green. And then I'm going to do black. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? I feel like I should have 6 mats. Oh, the orange. I forgot to pull out orange. Hold on. Let me get orange. Yellow, orange, whatever color you want to make your penguin little beak. Because that's what we're going to be doing. So here we go. We're going to use this color here. We're just going to use that. All right, so I'm going to go back up to the very first one. Let me go in and check the chat real quick before we do anything else. All right, somebody, in case there's any questions. Okay, I see Gloria. Last comment, let's see. Lively Eye. Wow, so cute and beautiful art, general color, general items, aesthetics. Okay, thank you. Thank you for all the love, Lively Ellie. Almost reminds me of like Hawaii. I miss her. Anyway, okay. Let's go back to the screen we were on. So I'm got the white ready to roll. No, I don't. I got to put it all on my mat. So if you look down in the bottom corner, you should be able to see me. This is the first time I've tried to do this with, let's make this a little bigger now so you guys can see, because I'm just going to be, oh my gosh, would you please do what I want, computer? All right, let's move it over here. There we go. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to move this out of the way, though. All right, well, anyway, there's a little green button down at the bottom. I can't move myself out of the way. It won't let me. And I don't know how to do this so we're lined up side by side. Oh, there we go. That's not giving me what I want. Okay, stop playing around with it, Linda. Let's go back to this one. All right. You see that little green continue button? That's what you're not going to be able to see when I'm side by side. But this way you'll be able to see me putting the papers onto the mat and everything, okay? All right, let's go back to how we were. All right, there you go. See, you can't see me. So when I say I'm clicking continue, that's what's going on. All right? Okay. Okay. I wish my mods were here. None of my mods are here. Huh. Okay, Danny must be working. All right, I'm going back to this. All right, so I'm going to click on, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not clicking continue. Right now, I'm going to load my white paper on my mat. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get my mat here, which I really need to clean this mat. It's time. This mat is like overdue for a cleaning. I may end up having to get a new pull out another mat. That's why I have the other ones underneath here. Now you can load all your different colors on different mats if you have enough and you want to do that. But we're just going to take this and we're going to put it right here. And then I'm going to go back in and I'm going to double check the size because, oh, that's not lined up right. Make sure we're lining it up. I got to stand up. I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, there we go. So, and I am using Cricut cardstock. They're neutral cardstock for this white, and it's got like a texture to it. But it cuts real good with their blade and stuff. That I like it when I'm using the Cricut. I like their cardstock like this. Now their value cardstock's not my favorite. Okay, you wrote that again. How many times are you going to write that? Please don't spam my channel. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. But please don't spam my channel. Okay. So I got the white on. Now I'm going to go back. And I'm going to click continue. And it's going to tell me to connect to my machine. My machine is turned on. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go connect. And it's going to connect via Bluetooth. I don't have the wire hooked up to it. We're almost there. All right. Now it's going to tell us to set the base material. My white cardstock is medium cardstock, 80 pound. So I'm going to select that. I know that if the blade's good and everything's good, that I just default pressure is great. I don't mess with any of the pressure settings. Or I leave it the way the factory made it come because they know what their cardstock pressure should be and everything. And then when you start going in and messing with all that stuff, you'll mess your machine up. So don't do any of that. Just follow the instructions on the screen. Okay, so it's ready for that. So now, hi Winston, how you doing? All right, so now I want you guys to see this whole thing here. But you should be able to see the flashing light. You see that flashing light right there? That's the load button, okay? Y'all should be able to see that, but I got to switch back over here. All right. So I'm going to put this in here like this. There are two little, you guys can't really see it, and I can't get that angle, but there's two little brackets that kind of like sit like that shape. Sorry, I hope that don't weird nobody out, but it sits like a upside down L. There's two of them, one on each side. And then your mat goes under those. So you put it in under that all the way to the wheels. Put it up, slight pressure up against your wheels. See how I got it all the way up against? So when I say the wheels, I'm talking about these little gray wheels right here. Okay? These little white ones, they're called star wheels. If you're wondering what Cricut calls them, they're called star wheels. See these? Those are star wheels. This is your blade and your pen carriage or your scoring tool or whatever. This is a fine point blade. I'm not using, let me show you real quick. Those of you that don't know, this is a fine point blade. Push this in and there's your little blade. You can check it like that. If you need to change it, you just hope your fingers work. Just pull it out, get you a new one, push the button in, put it in the hole, right? Then release the button because there's a little magnet thing in there that holds it in. I'm sitting up, can't complain too much about to shoot some fluorescent paints and some plastic. Ooh, okay. All right, so then I'm taking my blade and I'm putting it back in here. But the Cricut Maker, I'm going way off the thing, also comes with these other tools, and we're going to play with them. Like this one here is a knife blade. It's a really big blade. But these here have these little gears on them And there's all kinds of different blades. There's the rotary tool. That was the knife blade. This one is the quick swap housing. This is where you can add attachments like this. And this one is for, I don't remember, debossing, I think. I think that's my debossing blade thing, housing. And this is, I think, my etching one. And then I have another one over there that is for perforation. And then these are my foiling tools. This one is the deep blade. So if you need to learn any of that stuff, there's a quick rundown. All right, let's put our, oh, and I found the piece of the stencil I was missing. Ooh, I put it in there so I wouldn't lose it again. All right, that's gotta be different because that's gotta close. There we go. All right, let's put this back in. Just set it up on the thing like a little shelf thing and lock it down. There you go. All right, sorry, back to the project. Put this back in underneath the Dumaflachis. Okay. Press the arrows to load it. It'll take it in. And then this will, when it's ready to cut, it'll tell me to cut. Now there's an arrow flashing. See the arrow? So now I'm going to press the arrow because it's telling me that it's ready to cut. And I'm going to watch this closely because I want to make sure that my paper doesn't move. If it goes to move, I'm going to hit that pause button. But everything seems to be okay. Hopefully y'all can hear me okay, see me good. I think you can see me good from what I'm seeing. That's it. I think it did the first mat. Okay. Before we unload, see the up and down arrows flashing? Before we unload, this is a step you need to try to always remember. Well, I don't need that for this. Sometimes you need that though. But I'm just going to lift my cardstock to make sure it cut. See it cut? So now I'll unload it. If it did not cut all the way through, I would not unload. I would not press this button. I would press this arrow again because then it will cut in the same exact place. But I don't need it to do that because it cut all the way. So I'm going to unload it. And look at that. We got the beginning of our cute little penguin. There we go. And then I'm just going to roll my mat so it pops my cardstock up so my cardstock does not roll. And then I'm going to set my little piece aside over there. And I'm going to roll. Don't roll too tight because you don't want to crack your mat. You just want to get a little, just enough to get that cardstock to lift off. Just enough. And you really should clean your mat. Don't have a filthy mat like me because that will cause a problem with cutting later if you're trying to do anything intricate. You can see well and my audio is good. Okay, cool. All right. So I got my 3 little flowers that go on my crown. I should have made him a leg. You know, the thing, the flower necklace thing, but I didn't. All right. So now I got to go back to Cricut Design Space. I got to see. Let's make that one big so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so now my next one is the black. Now I'm going to choose me. And I'm going to collect right here. Look, I checked the medium cardstock. Look, I'm going to go remember my material settings. When it gets to the glitter, then I'll change it. But right now we're doing everything with the Cricut 80-pound cardstock. So here's my black. And they're both got like a canvasy feel. I really do like Cricut cardstock. Some people don't. I do. I like it. So I'm going to line this up right in that corner right there. And then make sure it's straight along there. And it should be straight along here because it's a straight piece of the cloth. It just fits on there. You have a brayer? Use your brayer. I used my brayer with a foundry wax. And now it's got this metallic stuff that I can't get off of it. And I'm scared to use it on any of my cardstocks. So I have to get a new brayer. You need a new brayer. So here we are. All right. We got that. It's telling me to load it. So now I can go back to the chat and see if anybody's saying anything while I do this part. Hey guys, I'm just, the rest of the colors, I don't think I'm going to keep switching back and forth. I think I'm just going to do this screen like this. All right, minimize that. There we go. Maximize that. There we go. All right. There we go. All right. So now I'm going to flashing load light, and I'm going to, that's the load button. So I loaded it. Now I got to go. I had to double check what it's telling me. All right, it's telling me to cut, so now I'm going to cut it. And it will tell me how much percentage it's cutting when it cut. Well, it used to. It ain't telling me anything now. Yes, it is. I don't know why it didn't show that a minute ago. See the button thing right there? That tells you how far along it is into the cut and how it's cutting. This is going to be cutting out a word and stuff, so this makes me a little nervous. I don't usually like to cut out letters because I prefer dies when I'm doing letters usually. Fingers crossed it turned out. All right, we got to check this. I got to get up. Excuse me if I get under the camera, but I got to get in here and look. I can't see those letters. I can't see. But it cut the penguin all the way through. Let's double check that. Yeah, so let's unload it and hope the word. Okay, that was just the outline. That wasn't the actual word, so that one did good. All right. Now this is where I got to be careful because I need these little black pieces for the eyeballs. I need those for later in the project, so I got to make sure. All right, let's roll the paper off the project because I do not want my paper to curl. So pretty sure I'm done with all the black, so I'll set that aside. All right. Now, get our outline. And our little penguin outline, which these are Cricut Access images. So if you have Cricut Access, you can cut all this out. And I will share the project link in the description after. All right, and I'm going to take this out because this I don't need for my project. So I'm going to set it on that side. These, however, I need. I'm going to get out my spatula. I'm going to carefully try to. I'm going to set it right there. And guys, I'm sorry if you can hear my AC and my fans and all blowing, but I say this every time. I apologize every time I come in alive and eyeballs right there. I don't need that piece. Don't need that. Get off there. I get nervous when I'm trying to explain this stuff to you because I really don't think of myself as a teacher, but I know I'm teaching people. So anyway, anywho, so we'll clean all that up when we get this all done. And I brought glue and ink and everything right here, so I don't have to worry about not having anything here to finish this card out. All right, and I'm going to roll that off, get that off there. There we go. And why is it still looking like that? Go back to Cricut. All right, so now it's telling us to do the yellow. All right, now look, I'm using a piece that I've already cut stuff out of, okay? But my design's going to be right up in here, so I'm going to cut this strip right here off so I can put it up on there. So I'm going to get my trimmer out. And I'm just going to trim that row of flowers that I cut out around Easter off there so that I can line that up straight like that. Okie dokie pokey, we ready, guys? We'll keep on trying. Card Maiking, keep on rolling, 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 rolling on the river. Do, 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 do. This is what I do when I craft, guys. I start singing and stuff. Welcome to my life. All right, here we go. We're going to load our paper. I don't know what y'all can see. You can't see, but you guys know the routine, right? You guys know what we're doing by now. Oh, you can see both of them. All right. So I'm going to load this in. That little flashing guide light that we saw earlier. I'm not going to keep switching between screens. We're going to load it, press it, and we're going to load that. Hi, Melissa. How you doing? I am switching back and forth between screens and chat. All right. So my cut arrow is flashing again. Let's press that. That's going to cut out our little penguin, the orange part of our penguin. So right now we have cut the word aloha. I want to lose those little eyeballs. I need those eyeballs. We got the eyeballs. We got the white part of the penguin. We got the black part of the penguin. The offset for the word aloha. And now, let's double check our cut before we unload it. Yep, it cut good. Unload. Now we have our yellow. And I contoured this so that I can layer it and make the orange beak. Okay, I don't need that. That can go over there. So see, this will line up right on top of there where you won't see that, right? Well, you shouldn't see that orange. It should match up. Worst case scenario, I'll just cut everything but the little yellow orange piece. Why is that? Maybe I have it backwards. Nope. I don't know. Anyway, it lines up like that on top of the white, which you'll see when we. All right, now we're going to go. Need to figure out what my next color is. Go back to design space. Back to the Cricut. All right, now we're doing the green. This is where. See where my it says medium cardstock. I'm going to click on the word medium, and I'm going to come down here. I have these bookmarked because these are the ones I use the most. But if you want to see more than what's there, you can always click this browse all materials. I don't need to do that though because glitter cardstock I've got chosen. All right. So the machine now knows that I'm going to do glitter cardstock. So I've got my green glitter cardstock. And I'm going to line this up on my mat. This is where I wish I didn't have metallic stuff all over my sprayer. But there we go. All right. All righty then. I just want to make sure it's down there good because it takes a little more pressure and I don't want this paper to move when it's cutting. And I'm going to turn it upside down and I'm going to go like this. I'm not bending the mat or anything. I'm just going like this. And that is me testing my paper. My paper is stuck so that it should hold real good. All right. And we're going to go back so that you guys can see what I'm doing here. Kevin, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Word up. How you doing, Kevin? All right, so we're going to switch back to this one. There we go. See the load arrows? We're going to put this in. We're going to make sure it goes underneath those two upside down L brackets, those two little brackets right there in front of the gray wheels. If you didn't know what all of these little wheels and things are called, go back a little further to the beginning. I tell you all about that. Okay. Sorry, excuse me. All right, so now got a little bit of pressure pushed up against the end of the thing here, the mat. And I'm gonna press the load button and it's loading it. Loading, loading, loading. 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 Yes, Tuber Chat is Kevin. If I'm saying his name right, I think it's Kevin. And then we're gonna press the little arrow and we're gonna go. And Winston is saying hi to Melissa too. Everybody's saying hi, Melissa. We pressed the cut button, so now it's going to cut. Oh, and then we're going to make this minimize it so that we can, it should be showing us both of these. There we go. Stop doing that. There we go. So now I can see chat and I can still watch the screen on there and the thing. Yes, morning there. It's 1:30 in the afternoon here, but it's 9:30 in the morning in Alaska where she's at. This card is going to be so cute. I'm like, the flowers are what I'm worried about cutting because they're tiny, little bit of tiny detail, and the letters. The word aloha, I get a little worried when I cut out letters, text. Well, that's cutting, because that's going to take it a second. I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to pop these little pieces out of my offset here. So I didn't do an intricate cut for the words, and I probably should have. Which I didn't do the actual word itself yet. Let's hope it does good, because I'm going to do it with glitter cardstock. I should have brought a cutting mat or something here. I didn't bring no, oops. I forgot to bring my glass mat over here. I got everything else set up and forgot a glass mat. Melissa, I'm in my living room with my dining room. Hey, Cheryl. I actually turned the AC on out here, guys. So this is a rare occasion. I never turn my ACs in the living room on because of how much it costs to run them. But I wanted to do this with y'all today. So I'm like, okay. So if anybody wants to tip me a coffee, help me pay for the electric, that'd be cool. Yes, I said it. Did I say that? Okay, so that aloha's all done. All right, it says it cut it. It looks like it cut it, but I want to check it because it's a thicker material. So I'm going to pick up my pretty glitter paper and I'm going to check it. I'm going to check that. I can't tell. So, yep, it looks like it cut it good. Fingers crossed that I saw good. And we're going to unload it. And we're just going to roll with the punches here, y'all. And get our little grass pieces that are going to become our grass skirt and our grass crown. Just like that, we have cut through glitter cardstock. Oh, you like the nice new environment. Okay, cool. I just need to bring a glass mat, and I need that other light because the lighting is a little off. But unless I can start getting some extras rolling in, I can't do this AC all the time. I'm already crying about the electric bill. All right, so we're going to roll these off. This is going to be the skirt. Is this like Spellbinders? No, not exactly, but yeah. It was inspired by Spellbinders. little penguin that I, okay, let me get my, nope, it's not what I want. This is what I want. Be careful here. I'm going to roll it this way. Get it loosened up off of there. Come on. This is little intricate detail stuff here. Oh, there we go. Now, if that would have been cut with a die cut, it would have been a cleaner edge with this glitter cardstock. But because it was a knife dragging across it, there we go. Here we go. Do, 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 do. You know, I can make this penguin big too, and then this one, I can make it big, like for a wall decor or something. Yeah, that'd be cool, right? I think the girls would like something like that. Oh my goodness, and now I got glitter all over. See all that glitter? Let's scrape our mat off a little, because that will interfere with your cups later. And we got letters to do, so we're probably gonna have to turn our mat around or use a different mat when we go to do the word aloha. Maybe, I don't know, I don't remember what color. Waiting on ink to dry, turned on an extra fan. Ah, Winston, okay. All right, let me go back to this. All right, this one is glitter cardstock also. This is the word aloha. This is the word. So I don't need to use a different thing for the word. Bird is the word. Bird is the word. All right, I'm doing glitter cardstock on this one. Coming in and lining it up. This is so thick, it almost makes me feel like I've got two pieces of paper, but I don't. It's just really thick. It's the easy way to add glitter to your project. Just use glitter cardstock. They had some glitter cardstock that had like a coating over it, and the glitter didn't come off as easy. But this is like the original glitter cardstock. I'm dipping into my Cricut stuff. I'm like, Linda, here's what you got. Here's what you got. All right. Same as last time. Turn it upside down. Check the paper. Make sure it's stuck down. I think it needs to be. All right. You okay down there? All right. And we're going to go back so you guys can see what we're doing, so I can see what y'all are seeing. All right, we're gonna make this one big again. Yeah, it might a little, but the blade still lasts a pretty good amount of time using it. You know, it's like I've been using a Cricut since 2017, and it doesn't really do much damage on it. I don't know. If you did a lot of it all the time, then yeah, maybe, but not too bad. And I have a backup blade somewhere. I have backup blades. I have 3 other machines out there that I think still have blades in them. I could go grab those. They're all the same blade. Okay. All right. My light's flashing, my load and unload button, so I'm loading it. Loading. Now, this is the part that has me like, oh, please cut properly. This is the one that's got me all like, here we go. Fingers crossed I don't have to go find different flowers or different words. This is the one, y'all. I should have brought my coffee cup out here. I left my coffee cup in the room. Right? Yeah. When it comes to the blades, I get the Cricut brand. When it comes to, there's some things that like matte, I'll use the off brand. But like when it comes to a blade for the Cricut machine, I prefer, if I can't afford the brand name, then I'll go with it. But I prefer the Cricut brand blade. And okay, I will go get it. Let's see. Let's make this so that you guys can watch the percentage so we can see how much is got left, though. It may not have much left. It looks like it might be done. Almost. Now, see the progress right there? The progress bar? All right. So what do y'all think about this setup? Do you like this? Do you like seeing the Cricut design space? And because I know, I'll be right back. Let me go grab my coffee. While you guys answer that question, do you like this setup where I'm bouncing back and forth and you're watching me do these projects? It's why everyone want to know. Now I know why I left the cup in the other room, because it was empty. I drank it all and didn't even remember. Did it finish? Did it finish cutting while I walked away? I think it did. It's flashing on load. This is where I got to check. I got to check them letters. Oh my gosh, this is where it's hard. I'm going to have to climb underneath the camera. Y'all gonna, or maybe not. Maybe I can. No, y'all are going to see me. I'm up on my knees on this chair trying to see this. This is one of those tabletop, you know, the tall tables with the tall stools. Okay, I think it did. Oh, I got to climb down out of the chair. I had to get up on this chair to put the camera up and to see what was going on. Look, please don't fall, Linda. If you fall. Okay, I don't like what it did with the flowers. We're going to have to redo. We're going to do something different with the flowers. I don't know. Let's take them off and see. I probably should have just done it with regular cardstock, but I wanted to be extra. All right, let's roll it off of here. Yeah, I think I got to do something different with the flowers. And the word aloha. I don't like what it did. The A didn't cut out. Right. Oh. That's what I get for trying to be extra. I know what people call it being extra. I mean, come on, everything couldn't be completely perfect. Look like I'm competent in using this machine, right? I mean, come on. Oh, maybe, guys, this might have worked. Just be patient, Linda. Don't judge so fast. Slow down with the judgment. Go easy peasy, baby. Easy peasy, baby. Let's slide that out of there. Hook it right there. Slide it out. All right, we got the low part. Now we just need the A and to get these little pieces out of there. But we'll do all that once we're done cutting. We're going to have to do something else with the flowers, though. I can tell you that right now. I can tell you that right now. The flowers are going to be not good. We're going to have to do something else. Move that over here. Get this back over here. Let's get this letter A. Yeah, them flowers, excuse my language, but them flowers suck. We're going to do something different. I'm going to have to get different flowers. But our A is salvageable. It turned out good. It just wasn't attached. That's all. The A just wasn't attached. Yay! We have the glitter word aloha. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try with these. I should have done a flower that wasn't so fidgety for glitter. Scrape that off. Oh, you know what I don't have? Don't have a little tiny thing to catch all my crumbs. All my little paper crumbs. All right, we got to do something different with flowers. Let me go back over here. Let's finish cutting everything else out, and then we'll worry about flowers. All right. Big flowers. We're not even going to tempt them with glitter. We're going to use this cardstock right here. This is not Cricut cardstock. This is Timu cardstock. And I'm going to take, what can y'all see? I always forget. What is y'all seeing? All right. Let's go. Right here. All right. So we're doing this mat right here now. Okay. All right. We're doing this one. And I want to see what size the flowers are. So I'm going to tap on that mat and see how it brought it up for me. Now I can see that I need at least a minimal of 6 1/4 by 2 3/4. So I can take and go if you want to be fussy, and take this and cut it down to, we're just going to cut it down to 3. I'm going to cut this to 3 because I'm using cutting with this part here. So I'm going to take this right up to the 3-inch line. Now, save that paper for another project. Save it for another day. And then I'm going to bring this one, and I need at least a minimal of 6 1/4 because it's just at 6. So I'm going to go 6 1/2 just to give myself a little extra movement, a little extra space. And that paper can go over there. It'll get cut down later for my scrap bin. And then I'm just going to take this. Load it just like so. Now you can add things to different mats, different colors, but I don't like to do that. I like to do each color individually so I know that cut okay. And then, so like I know that I got to go back and do the flowers when I get done. And then this way I can go through each one and not trying to fit everything on one. Some people like to do that. I don't really like to do that. Anywho, all right. Back to here. Mitch! All right, let's bring us back to the table. Let's make us big at the table. Oh, wait, no. I was supposed to select the cardstock. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Let me go back over here. All right, I know that this is medium cardstock, 80 pounds. So I'm going to select that. And the rest of my cardstock is going to be medium cardstock, 80 pounds. So I'm going to click in that Remember Materials setting. And then, I'm going to minimize this screen because I'm going to maximize this screen because everything now is going to be on the actual Cricut because it's telling me to load it. You see my arrows? Remember the brackets? We're putting it under the brackets, up against the gray wheels and the star wheels. The little white wheels are star wheels. We've got gentle pressure. We're not like shoving it. We're not like pushing it, okay? See the difference? See, I just got some pressure. That way it has a little something to help it grab. And I'm going to press the button. Press the button. That was a joke in the family. A long time ago when we all went to Silver Springs together and my brother. What is Kevlin saying? Okay, wait a minute. What is Kevlin saying? Or are you calling me Kevlin? I don't know what I did or said. Okay. Press the button. Anyway. Now my little arrow light's flashing. You see my arrow light? That arrow light is your cut light. That's telling you it's ready to cut. It's ready to go. And we're going to press it. It's going to cut. And then while that's cutting, I want to address something. See how my light's blue? Oh, and then, oh, okay. Yeah, that's my little 5, 6 year old self coming out. And then, anyway, back to that. When that's lit up blue, that tells me that I'm hooked up to Bluetooth. That, that's what that's telling me, just so y'all know. So if your light turns blue, you're like, why did my light turn blue? The only time you need to worry about it is that light turns red. I'm still under warranty though, so I'm okay on this one. Whew. All right, so that's just cutting away. And I want to go back to my design space because I want to see what my next mat is. I only got like, oh, this is my last mat, guys. We gotta go in and we gotta get some flowers to go on the grass crown because I want some flowers on his head. So I need some little flowers. And then we'll be able to cut our card mats. I'm not using the Cricut to cut the card mats, guys. They are simple little squares, rectangles with a score thing in it. I'm not doing, I guess I could, but I'm not. I don't see the sense in doing it. All right. You've seen both of these. All right, see how it tells me to unload the mat? See my little unload light? You should check it. Remember, check your cut. Make sure it cut properly. My little tool, handy dandy tools here. And check my paper to make sure it cut good. So now I'm going to unload it. Now I'm just going to take this off. And just like that, I have a hibiscus that I don't have a die for. You know what I think would be really cool? Okay, see that cut that right out of that center. I don't think that was supposed to do that, but it did it. So we have to take and get the stamen out of there. I'm pretty sure that's what this is called on a flower, y'all. It's called a stamen. And it should be orange, but we're going to keep it pink. Because that's how I designed the card for it to be. Oh, the other one just fell out. All right. And then, okay. All right. This is going to be fun. Because it just dawned on me that all these little flower petals are all disconnected from each other. And we can use this as a stencil, y'all. But I would think I would rather make an actual stencil. I guess we could do that a different day, though, because I've already done a lot of this. Let's put the card together. Hoo-wee! Let's get those pieces off there. Let's go back to design space first, though, and tell it we're done cutting. Oh, I need little flowers. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Go back to my Cricut. I'm going to say done, because I'm done with that. And now I'm going to ungroup this. I don't want to cut anything except for the flowers. What are these? I know that the penguin is that. I don't want to cut the penguin. I don't want to. I'm closing the eyeball on everything I don't want cut. All right, so now we're going to go up to these groups. One of these is going to be the flowers. One of these is going to be, okay, I think this is the grass, but let's see. Nope, that's a flower. All right. We're going to do, you know what? Close that. This is what we're going to do. We're going to select everything. We're just going to click it, the eyeballs on everything. And we're going to go over here to images. And we're going to type in the word plumeria. Plumeria. I'm pretty sure it's the name of the flower. Yeah, there we go. And we're going to find us a solid one right here like that. We're going to make it really tiny, though, for our penguin. There we go. We got to make sure it cuts the same size as that. It can be a little bigger, though. That's what we're going for. We're going for a little bigger. But we're just gonna make it one solid flower, guys. We're gonna hide all the contour just for time's sake. We're gonna go apply. We're gonna make it pink. We're gonna duplicate it. I'm leaving the crown up to see for a minute because I want to see what it's gonna look like if I put 3 of them that size. All right, then we'll duplicate it. And I'll have to run to my room and get some little gems. We'll put some gems in the middle. And we'll just put them like that. It'll look like stars or something, but yeah. All right. So then I'm going to come back to this group and I'm going to close it. I'm going to say, make it. I'm going to turn my mat around the other way while I got my hibiscus because I don't want to lose those little pieces. And I'm going to put this paper because I know this will be big enough. Actually, this one would probably be big enough. Just a smaller piece right here. Make sure I'm going to put the top line. I hope y'all, can y'all see this? I can't even, I don't know what y'all are saying. Hold on, let me check to see what y'all are seeing. Okay, yeah, you're seeing it. Hey, Joe, you can ink blend the center. Oh, yeah, good idea, especially since I brought, well, hopefully Prom Queen will show up on this. I don't know if it will, but I brought it in. If not, I have some glitter gel pens up here, and I have some other markers over here that are Cricut markers and stuff. So, all right. We can work on this and make it look cute, like just a little die cut. We're just doing a quick die cut flower. So I'm not in my room where I have flower die cuts and my die cutting machine. We're doing everything Cricut today. So anyway, anywho, I'm ready to roll with that. Let's go back over. You can see what I'm doing. All right, I'm pressing the continue button, which you can't see. But okay, I want those 3 little flowers. Continue. And I'm using Cricut cardstock, so I know that their cardstock is medium cardstock, 80 pound. I know the pressure should be good. And it should be real fast. Is this Cricut Maker? Make sure it's underneath, guys. Underneath the brackets. The other day, I didn't make sure they were both under the brackets, and my mat went in like this. My machine froze. I started freaking out. Anywho, all right. Loading, 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 loading. Get those papers loaded. You see that sucker take off with my hand? We don't need that piece. And we're gonna press the flashing light. Probably the flashing cut light. You've watched me do that many times during this live, so I'm not going to keep flipping back and forth. It should cut them out like in a split second. They should be done. Well, you know, just like that. Done. Now we're going to unload. Let's check our cut first. I can't check that cut. It's so tiny under there. All right. But it's good. And those are a little bit on the bigger side than I wanted, but that's okay. They're cut good. Good. All right. So we got all of our pieces. I'm going to leave these on this mat until I'm ready to put them on the background. Because that's what those are for. Those are for the background. I should have brought some, shoulda, coulda, woulda, Linda. All right, I'm done. I'm going to press done on here. Say done. I'm going to say save my project. Just save it so that I don't lose anything. I'm going to close the Cricut down. I'm going to stop sharing. And I'm going to say quit. And now I'm just back here in the chat with you guys. Okay. I'm turning off my machine. I'm closing it. And accidentally turning it back on. I didn't want to do that. Turn it back off. There we go. Close the lid and move it out of the way. Okay. And I don't need all these mats and that extra paper. And I do need those papers, though. Hold the phone, Linda. I don't need these papers. They can go over here. I don't need all these mats. They can go over here. I do need this blue paper. Right, I don't need these just yet. Let's go ahead and get our trimmer. And let's trim our panels for our card. I'm going to trim off a piece of, well, first off, because I'm using 6x6 cardstock, 12x12 cardstock, I'm going to cut it down to 6 inches in half before I start doing anything. You know what? Oh, I got a card base over there. Okay. So I'm going to take that half sheet over here. So then I'm going to take and I'm going to cut a piece at 4 4. No, the blue is 3 3/4. So 1, 2, 3. 3 3/4. And we don't need that one right now anymore. And then we're going to turn this. And we're going to cut this at 5. And this is going to be our card mat. All right. So 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm sorry I can't zoom in any closer on this one at this table. I need my craft mat though, because I'm going to use inks and stuff. I need to go grab. Oh no, I can just use this with the plastic over it to craft on top of. That's what we'll do. But for now, we're cutting paper. So, all right. So now we're going to take our pink. We're going to make the pink mat. And we're going to cut this at, let's measure this first. Okay. So we're going to cut this one down to 4. Cut this down to 4. And this trimmer is a Cricut trimmer. Everything I'm doing today is Cricut, except for my inks and the glue, of course. But the ink will be Simon Hurley ink when we start inking. All right, and then I'm going to turn this, and I'm going to cut it at 5 1/4. 5 1/4. There we go. So now this blue will mat right into there. It'll nestle right in there. Give me 1 second. I'll go grab a card base from the other side of the room here. So that way I don't have to trim or score. Because I need to bring my scoreboard out here. I didn't bring everything out here. But I already have a pre-scored and folded card base. Thanks to the lady who gave me that bundle of stuff. Melissa, you know our friend in Jacksonville. Anyway, so we got these here. That's going to be just like so. The card is going to look exactly like it did in the thumbnail. All right, we hope. Not really. The flowers are different. Anyway, all right, let's get to the fun part. All these pieces. Just drop. Hold on, guys. Got my little pieces of mylar that I've got here in case I decide I wanted to do a stencil of some sort. I can make one because I thought making that hibiscus, a stencil with that hibiscus would be cool. That's what I'm like. Instead of putting the actual hibiscus, I'm really tempted just to ink blend in with blue. Some hibiscus for the background. You know what would be cool too? Is debossing with the Cricut. That will work, but that a different day. Let's just finish this card the way we designed this one today. I think I should do that though. We'll get to that. Let's put our penguin together. All right, we got our Aloha. Put our word together. Sure everything's all cleaned up. Some spots that could be cleaner. My lighting is a little off here. I could open that curtain and get more light, but then the heat would come in with it. And I don't want that. And it's nice blue, cloudy, nice blue skies out there. So that means the sun is shining bright. I'm just putting the heat on this big front bay window right here. All right. Let's clean up the word Aloha. When I'm sitting at my desk, I can see stuff better than I can right here, guys. Just FYI. It's a little harder for me to see this because it's at a different angle. I'm like, the table's taller. So I'm like at a different angle now for all the way around here. All right, here we go. Craft desk, my craft desk. Welcome to my craft desk. When you're doing these, when you're pulling bits and pieces out of these, pull the stuff out from behind, because if it goes to rip anything, it's more likely to rip this backing paper than your front. So push down through to the back. See what I'm talking about? So say that was to grab and rip like it's doing right there. See that? It didn't rip the front. It just ripped the back here where it's not that noticeable. It's not a big deal. We're just going to clean that up. Okay. We're going to put glue on there. Ah, I see. I see. That's a joke. Ah, I see, said the woman. No. All right. We're going to glue this up. We're going to try to remember to dot, dot, dot. Not a lot, but I don't ever remember that stuff. I usually cover everything with glue because I'm a glueaholic. Hello, my name is Linda. I'm a glueaholic. We are at Crafters Anonymous today because we are crafting addicts. And we don't want an intervention. We want to craft. What do you want? Crafts. We want glue. We want paper. We want to craft with you. All right, I know. That was really way out there. But anywho, we're going to set this right here like that. And we got glue where we don't want glue. I'm telling you, it's hard for me to see this. That's not lined up right, Linda. Come on. Line it up right, Linda. Oh, my little flower leaf. I'm going to have to cut that off because it didn't. Because it didn't cut those out right. I scraped them all off too. I don't know where. There we go. We got our little letter A. I'll hold it up higher to the camera in a minute, y'all. I gotta figure out how to get a webcam that I can zoom in and out if I'm gonna do this at this table because this is a little too far away. Okay, my glitter part's coming off of paper part. This stuff is old, guys. I've had this stuff forever. So I'm just gonna glue this down. Yeah, see that? You see it good enough? See them little black pieces? There's supposed to be some little leaf things there. Oh, I'm just going to cut it off because I don't want to play with it. Sorry, y'all, but I can't see over here. That light's glaring right up in my eyes. Making it hard for me to see. Yeah, this mat's not going to work, guys, because that plastic is making... Oh, there we go. We can use the back of it. That glare off that plastic was killing me. I have issues with glare in my eyes. It hurts and stuff. It hurts my eyes when light shines right into my eyes. Like literal pain. Not just, oh, it's glary. It's actual pain in my eyes. Look, I didn't bring my little stick tool. Make sure I didn't lose the other eyeball before I move on. Sorry. There it is. I see it. I just saw it. There it is. Okay. That's better. I still can't see that great because of where that light's at. We got this other one. Sorry, guys. I'm going to bring this closer to me where I can actually see it so I don't get frustrated. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing or not, but all right, there we go. We got the word aloha now. How's that light? That lighting okay? Oh, that don't let a lot of heat in. I opened up the curtain. I know it's darker on this side, but and then I pushed that other light down because it's just too much in my eyes. That was hurting my eyes. All right. You know what? I really want to bring y'all closer too. This is driving me crazy that this is not like close and lit up well. And let's see what I can do here. Let's see. I do have this boom set way the heck up there like that. So bear with me, y'all. Is that as far as it goes? I guess so. I can't believe that's as far as it goes. That can't be. No, it's got to go further down. Nope, that's as far as it goes. Okay, sorry, y'all. I don't mean to be doing all this to you. But I'm trying to make it so you guys can see what I'm doing. How's that? That's better. It's a little bit better. You can actually, you're closer to the project. Perfect. Okay, thank you. There we go. Now y'all can actually see what I'm doing. And the light's not glaring in my face, making me complain. Okay. All right, so we got the word aloha. See? I just have to remember that the light is that way instead of that way like it normally is. So we got the word aloha. Okay. Now let's build our penguin. Let's get the glitter off of him. So we got our base penguin. We're going to put our yellow on. To make sure his arms are going the right way. They're not. So they got to go that way. So we're going to put glue on this side because I'm attaching them to the white. And this one, I'm gluing the whole thing. So everything will stay exactly where I want it. I'll worry about the glue mess later. I'll worry about the glue mess later. So if we like doing all this, I may start doing some 3D projects and things too, because I really like to do those. All right, now I'm going to line him up right on the edge here. I'll pick him up and make sure that he lines up where I want him before I push down where the glue is. Make sure he's all the way to the edges here. There we go. That's it. This one has a little indentation thing on it. I'm just going to come on here and scrape that glue up a little. If I don't get it all, I'll wait for it to dry and then I'll use a little eraser on it. You can make this into a shaker too if you wanted to. Just stack, layer, double, stack like the black layer. A few of them. Okay. All right, now let's do the black. Yeah, I think being out here is good for my mental health instead of staying cooped up in that bedroom. I think it's good for Trixie too. I shouldn't have said her name. I think it's good for both of us to get out of that bedroom. But I really don't think it's good. It's not good for my wallet. It's not good for my pocket. Being a prisoner in my bedroom. Prisoner in my mind. Counting flowers on the wall. I can actually see outside. I never did get my pear tree pruned, but it's all filled up now and got baby pears on it. I need to get some, I should have got some, I never fertilized it either, so my pears are still not going to taste good. They're not going to be sweet or anything. All right, that glue is wanting to dry real fast. Let's put that on there. I can see well, Linda. I understand what you mean. I have been on the quest to bring my work into better view for the audience as well. It can be difficult, especially when your work is a few millimeters, right? Yeah, mine. Your stuff is so tiny. That would like have me go. Okay, it's the wrong way. Did you see what I did? I just put the glue all over the wrong side. I bet Melissa was yelling at me too, and I didn't pay attention. Let's see if Melissa was yelling at me. Nope, nobody else caught that either. I was putting the glue on the wrong side. See how this is supposed to go this way? Now I got glue everywhere I don't want it, all over my penguin. Ah! I'm gonna finish this with this though. I will end up cutting another black piece out though to go on top of that to cover that ugliness. But today we're gonna go with it like this because I'm not gonna go through all the crap to do that. We're gonna. I know better than to put it on the top piece. I should be putting it on the bottom layer and then that way. I know better. All right, we're just gonna do this like this. We're not playing games with that one. I just did all that little intricate stuff. That kind of ticked me off. I did that. Oh, that gets my goat. Maybe it won't be so noticeable. The glue is supposed to be clear anyway. All right. I'm gonna line all these little pieces up. Oh, I can't believe I did that. And it's got texture to the paper, so the glue's like, yeah, I need an eraser. Or I'll just cut out another black piece, like I said, to clean it up later after the fact. It's fixable. It's not like oh, the project's ruined, so now he needs eyeballs. So I'm going to put a little glue dot right there, and I'm going to put a little glue dot right there. And I'm just going to stick an eyeball right there. And then I'm going to bring this one in, and I'm going to try to make sure it's lined up exactly the same. And just, there we go. Aside from the glue on his body that don't belong there. And yes, his little feet could have been yellow, but I didn't do that. So, see how I got the glue on here that I shouldn't have on here? All right, stop all that. You're not going to really see his feet too much anyway. All right. So we're going to take one little piece of grass. This was grass that we worked, guys. So if you have dies and you don't have a Cricut, you can make this too. Just cut your dies, your grass dies out, and then turn them upside down. A little circle cut out of it. Oval circle. So that's all we did. We just warped that and cut the circle out of it. That's how I made the skirt. I took a circle and all right. Let's line this up right up here. I put the skirt kind of high on them. And there we go. I didn't need glue on all that. All right, and this one should be going in the opposite direction. So you got the straight line right there, and you got the straight line right here with the little tiny. See, I did them so that it would make the skirt fuller. So when you line it up like that, see? So you got 2 layers, so it's nice and full. You don't have to do the 2, but we're going to. If I can keep him on the table. It's not on the ground. That's not cool. Get back on that table. Okay. This chair is not as comfortable, but it will be eventually when I get all the pillows and things I need in it. All right. And this stuff, the other kind of new stuff they got with the coating, it doesn't do all this. You don't get all this glitter everywhere. This cardstock gets glitter everywhere, which I'm okay with it. Not everybody is. All right. So, like, I wouldn't send a card to somebody who does not like glitter made with this stuff if I knew that they didn't like glitter. Here we go. All right. Now we're going to make our flower crown. I'm just going to put glue just like so. I don't want to fight with this. And I'm just going to put this right in that glue. Just like so. And then I'm going to put some glue right across here. Like that. And I'm going to do the same thing. I did 2 of them because I wanted to make sure that it was nice and full. Okay, I put it a little too close to the eyes, but that's okay. I can move it up a little. And the glue will dry clear. We're not looking for perfection today. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, baby. Ooh-wee. All right, get out of the way. We'll get to the ink blending and all that in just a second here. Get these 3 pieces here. All right. Now, in my actual craft desk area, I have a little brush that I can brush all this glitter away with. I don't have it right here. So bear with me for a minute because I want to pull out my ink, but I don't want to get glitter all up in my inks if I can help it. I mean, if it gets in there, it gets in there. I'm not going to cry. Let's tap that, make sure we got it all off there the best we can. Get our Aloha over here. Our little stamens out of the way because I'm going to take and I'm going to shake, shake, shake my mat off. Get rid of some of that glitter. All right. Now, normally I would not use the back of a Cricut mat to ink blend on, but because I didn't bring my glass mat and I do not want anything on my, actually, you know what? We can use this piece of Mylar right here. Oh, no. Oh, no, Mr. Bill. What did I do? I moved it. I hit it. I don't know why I always do that, but I do it. Always hit this. All right, here we go. That Mylar will help it smooth right on. Now you're like, you can just ink blend the center of those flowers. Can I? But can I really? I don't think I can. Look how little the flowers are. I brought all these inks out thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to do some ink blending. We will. I don't know what, but I think we're going to ink blend the background. Because I wanted to add some ink and stuff, but I ended up not doing it because it really didn't need it. There was nothing to ink blend yet. All right. Yeah, I can't do the centers because I don't have a small enough little brush for this ink. But we're going to try. Oh, I mean, it informs me it is lunchtime. Okay, I have to go grab one, but okay. Let me go grab a Q-tip. Be right back, y'all. Here, we can put the product, in case somebody comes in, they'll see what we're working on. And y'all can tell them that I'll be right back. Be right back. Let me go get a Q-tip. Oh, grab a Q-tip. Oh. You're all happy. All I did was go to the other room and come back. What you all happy for? Yeah, at least that's what you think meow means. That's funny. All right, I got the Q-tip. Move this project back out of the way again. I'm just going to come right along here. I'm just going to dab some ink on here. I'm just going to... Telling you, Melissa, you need to come on here with me. And y'all can see it too, because I'm closer now. There we go. I don't know if you can see that on the paper or not, what I'm doing. I don't really care for that. I'm going to have to get gems and put some gems in there. I don't really care for them like that. It would look better, I think, if I had like a actually coming out from the center. If I had an actual brush to do it with instead of... All right, we're going to leave it, but I don't really like it. I don't really like it, but we're going to go with it. All right. So now, the original design in Design Space is intended for... Where'd them flowers go? There they are. These to be glued down. We're going to glue them down on there, but first, we're going to take this right here on our mylar, and we're just going to do some little blue flowers lightly in the background. And I think clear skies will work good for that one. And this is my Simon Song brush, but we're going to use it for the clear skies because my clear skies brush is on my desk, my actual craft desk, not at my dining room table. All right, so we're just going to come right along here, and we're going to right onto the stencil, and then we're just going to put a little bit of color here. And all we did was we're just using the cutouts from the flowers that are going to be placed on here. Not looking for perfection. I'm just giving it a little bit of oomph added to it. Oh, that's good, Linda. Is it even showing up? A little, not really. All right. A pouncer would be better to do with these. A pouncer would work better because these are little tiny thin frail papers. So, but Lazy Linda's not going to go get the pouncer. She's just going to keep on with this like this. Because this is just supposed to be a little light background anyway. And I don't know if y'all can see it. Okay. Yeah, I was just saying that, Melissa. I was just saying that you should use pouncers for it, but we're going to go with the flow here. We're just going to add a little, we're going to have a penguin on it. Okay. And we're going to have those pink flowers too, covering this too. So I just wanted to add a little something extra. Doesn't need to be, I'm not looking for like perfect stenciling, just a little extra, just a little. So yeah, you're going to have the penguin right there, see? And you're going to have the pink flowers behind them. But I still wanted to add a little something. And you're going to have the word aloha down here. But, anywho, and you should have your mint tape here, and I don't. To mint tape it down if you're going to do all this. Oh, you off work, Danny? Danny D's in the house. She's made it home. Did you work today? That's why I assumed you weren't here. I assumed you were working. And that siren song would show up more. Go away from the little pieces. Like go over them that way into the bigger piece. And then that'll help too. A little bit darker right there. There we go. So it's just to give it a little bit of something to it, you know? Now, do I want to do that to the pink? No, because you're not going to really see the pink a whole lot. So we're going to take this and we're going to glue it down to the... You just got done with work. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. Bow, chicka, wow, wow, says Danny. Melissa says hi to Danny. Yes, I have been behaving. I've been busy. I haven't had time to misbehave because I've been concentrating on using the Cricut machine to cut all this stuff out here to make this card. Takes a lot of brain power. I don't have a chance to misbehave. Okay, come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? Mitch, hey! I forgot you were in here. I'm sorry. Everybody gets so quiet because they're actually watching and listening, or they're lurking and working, you know, making videos, eating lunch, and doing other things, but they've got me here and they're just kind of listening in the background. And I forget. It's like, oh, I forgot you were here. Sorry. Even when you called me Kevin. Mitch, this Monday when she was cray-cray. I got a fan blowing. It's drying my glue. That's not cool. That fan needs to stop drying my glue. All right, we're going to put this down. It should just be a little 1/4-inch border around the whole thing. All right. And I shouldn't have done that. I should have put my flowers first because I may have to cut my flowers, but that'll be all right. You was working on some things. I figured. Probably editing videos and all that stuff. How the girls, are the girls out for summer? Got a house full of girls right now. So each one of these pieces are individual little pieces. I'm going to go get a piece of press and seal. Hold on one moment, please. Hold that thought, please. I do not want to fight with these today. I have been good at not using any curse words. Hold that thought. All right, sorry about that, y'all. But listen, don't drop guitars. Because it'll scare the hell out of Trixie. Hold, please. Hold, please. Everyone freeze, right? Tag, you're it now. Yes, girls are out for summer. Got about 1 hour, then off to pitching lessons. Ah. All right, so be careful. You really don't want this. You don't want to play with it, fight with it with that. But what I want, so I'm just going to carefully, only on my paper. And I should have used a smaller piece. I want to keep my flowers together. I don't want them to be all right. Now, I'm going to roll my flowers off. All right, some pieces aren't picking up, but that's okay. Come on. This is what I had to do for a whole bunch of ship waves. And then, oh my gosh, it was such a, for a card I made for somebody. Oh my God, the waves. I was like, I'm never making another one of them again after that batch. And it's not that I didn't like the cards or the people or anything like that. It's just, it was a pain in the patootie getting them off my mat and onto the card laid where they're supposed to be. Yep, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Exactly. So I'm putting my finger on each side and pushing it up against the crescent seal, y'all. Still the same box you sent me, Melissa. I just recently started remembering to use it. All right, let me cut this down. Just press and seal, glad press and seal, y'all. Hey, Denise. I'm crafting. What are you doing? What is she doing? She says, I'm crafting. What about you? I'm picking something up off my mat with press and seal so I can lay it down on the card. without fighting with it. Okay. Picking these up so that I'm not. Yeah, I want them to be together. I don't want to fight with these leaves on the card. On these petals, I mean, not leaves, they're petals. Almost there, guys. Almost there. Ta-da. Dum, 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 dum. Now, when they go on the card, they go on differently, but I don't have to fight with the petals now. And now I can get this out of the way. I can move this over here with the ink. Move that over there. Now, this is what I can do. I can take the scissors. What did I just do with them? Here they are. I can just cut these sets of flowers apart. All right, all right, all right. The design says, set that aside. That's not what the design says. But the design says 3 flowers only are showing. So we don't need to put all 4 flowers down if we stick with the design. But we need a stamen there. So we're going to take one of these little Duma flutchies that fell out. We're going to put it the opposite direction. Right there in the center because it came out before we cut. All right, there we go. Now, these would be cool if they were ink blended, but because there's so many tiny pieces, we'll have to do it with a Q-tip or something. I don't know. Or maybe not. We just maybe won't. I would have loved for this. All right, so we're going to glue these on. You're waking up? Okay. I am making a card. I just cut everything out with the Cricut. I did the video yesterday. Had a premiere. Remember, you went to take a nap. Well, this is the card from that premiere where I'm actually cutting it out, where I actually cut it out with the Cricut. Showed everybody how to do that. We went through all the the steps with the mat and the loading of the mat and the showing them what to do on Design Space to do it. And, like the big Cricut YouTubers do, they show everything. Well, that's what I did. And now we're actually gluing it together. Makes me sad. Card like Cricut is with the die cuts. Hold on, hold on. Going on. Please don't let me go. What's on? What's going on with my internet? But I'm real cheesy, blurry. How's that now? Is that there? No, it don't look better. Let's card real fast. If y'all are still here. Just done real quick. All right. So we're going to glue this down just right there like that. I'm waiting to see what y'all are saying because I see the last comment I see is hold on a sec, y'all, from me. All right. Denise says still here. Good deal. Okay. All right. We're just going to pull this right off of there. Just like so. And then we're going to bring only one of these in. It's May. I think we're starting to get, yeah, it's starting to rain, get cloudy. I don't know why that's going to mess with my internet, but maybe if I turn this fan off, maybe that'll help because I'm in a different spot where I don't normally pick up my internet from, which I'm closer to the router though, I think. So I don't understand it, but I'm in small town America. Internet's not always the best. All right, so I just want that flower right there like that. I don't even need the stamen on there. So we'll use this flower and I'll only put glue on that flower. Right there like that. Yeah. So I won't put glue on anything but those leaves and then put it on my card. You know, element, what is it? The elements of 3? There we go. Yeah, it's starting to get stormy sounding out there. So we're just going to put this right there. I think it should be higher up, but we can fix that in a minute. We can. Yeah, I like that like that. That looks good. I mean, I could always just add this one. But I don't think so. I don't think it needs it. I think that's going to be good right there. I think that's going to be more than enough. All right, let's put our little flowers that we made here. Now, when I go back to my desk, I'm going to get some gems and I'm going to put some gems in here because I think they'll look better with some gems instead of that ink. And now I didn't put my pin back in here, but we got to put our glue on the back of that and we got to put a flower on that crown. One flower or all 3? Yay, Mitch is still here. Melissa's still here. Yay, Denise is still here. All 3 is how I designed it. You can barely see the flower. I think that's too many flowers. What do you think? Just the 1 flower with the grass? Or 2 flowers? No, it needs all 3, doesn't it? It needs a smaller flower. That's the problem. These flowers are too big. I put it too close to the eyes. Yeah, it needs all 3. It needs all 3. We're doing all 3. This is cool because you can make these bigger. You can make them smaller. You know, if you got a birthday party coming up or, you know, you can get your kids involved if you have kids or grandkids and you can have them help make the party decorations, you know, get them involved in the process of the things that you're doing for them. And then when they grow up, they'll remember the efforts and everything and they'll remember how they got to help be part of it. Or they won't, but at least you'll know. They'll either remember or they won't, but at least you'll know. Didn't I have some other kind of little, you know what? I should have put like little flowers or something there, but I didn't. So we're going to go ahead and glue him down because we're fighting with the internet right now, I think. Let's go ahead and just glue our penguin down. Hula, 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 hula. Maliki, I can't get that word. It means Hawaiian. Christmas in Hawaiian. Anyway. Aloha, aloha, and then we're gonna. So now this I need pop dots. Uh-oh. I didn't do the pop dots. Oh well, we'll just put the glue here and we won't worry about pop dots because I'm not leaving the room again. I'm done leaving the room for the day. I'll pop dot this part later. Yeah, it seems to be working now, huh? And we're just going to put this right there like that. I think that's how it looks good. If you make this card, and I will share the link for those of you that use a Cricut and want to do it. If you want to go through everything you just watched me do. Yeah, I can just add something. It's going to need something for stability, but it doesn't look right going down like that. Does it? That's really thin, so I'll have to get me some of my little thin strip foams and cut them in half, I think, because I think that's even skinnier than that. But then, see, I didn't ink blend the edges of any of that, but I did put some ink on here, so I added that little extra. So this Maliki Kaliki Maka is a one say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. Yeah, something like that. Maliki Maka. I don't remember all the words, but I like to try to sing it anyway. So Malika ain't like one thing to it's to say Merry Christmas to you. We'll be singing a lot of Christmas stuff next month. We got Christmas in July coming up, y'all. So we're gonna make some. In August, we'll do summer-ween projects. I should be making a Father's Day card. Maybe Saturday, maybe instead of Crash Roulette, maybe we'll work on a Father's Day card. How about them apples, y'all? That's the island that we came to see. All right, let's put this in here. It should just be a little 1/4-inch border all the way around. Make sure it's straight. Linda, that don't look straight, is it? It's straight enough. It's straight today. You don't remember any of the words. I don't. That's not something I sing all the time. Now, if you just said, Feliz Navidad, bum, bum, bum. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad. I know that one. Oh, thank you, Jackie. Hi. Yeah, I love her too. Isn't she adorable? A little hula action. Aloha. Do if you well, I will be sharing the project. I gotta. Oh, hey, I think I can do that. Well, I gotta take. No, I have to take a picture of the project. I have to take a picture of it to share it with Design Space, and then, yeah, and then I will share the project. And if you want to make the card, you can make the card. You want to cut that little penguin out. The images are like the grass and the word aloha and the flowers and the penguin itself. They're all Cricut Access shapes, so they're not free shapes. So to cut these out, you will have to have Cricut Access. or it will cost. So that's not. She needs coconuts. And she just needs a little, some, I thought I'd cut a little little white flowers out, but I don't see the white flowers. She wore some flowers. Shut up. I'm looking at all these pieces that I've pushed and wrangled. And guys, thank you so much for coming and crafting with me and hanging out and chit-chatting and bearing with all my stuff. She's backwards Donald ducking it. Well, maybe she's a he. Maybe that's why there's no shirt. Maybe he don't need. I just rolled with the she. But yeah, definitely needs something, huh? Let's see. We can just give her a little top. We can just give her a little tube top. Y'all got me sitting here worrying about my poor little. I'm not in my craft room, so I mean, I do have the Cricut sitting right here, but I really don't want to open it up just to cut a little something to go on there. So he is doing fine because in Hawaii, the males wear the skirts and the headpieces and dance too, without a shirt. So he, you can call it a she if you want, but well, I was okay with it being a she till everybody started calling out how naked her top was. She looks good. Don't do it. I'm not doing anything. So, Melissa, so much for crickets being flat. That's not flat. Nothing flat about that card, huh? She does need something. She needs little gems right here because my original flowers didn't cut out right. Look, these are the original flowers that were going to be in her crown, but they just didn't. They didn't cut out right. You know what I wonder though? Nah, don't. Leave it alone, Linda. Don't mess with it. Oh, I found the leaf that was supposed to go with, and it didn't cut out good. It didn't cut out good. It looks good from the back, but it didn't look good from the front. Oh, Linda made me in a hula skirt. Mitch. You're so funny. Yeah, I didn't put anything on the inside. I didn't make anything for the inside. So it can be for anything, whatever aloha means to you in there. I can't put them in the middle because they don't look right. They're just jumped up pieces of cardstock. They don't look right. And now I just accidentally ripped it. So yeah, no. No, leave it alone. Well, see, Jackie, the thing with that is that's at my craft desk. I'm in my dining room right now because we used the Cricut to cut this out, and I use my Cricut out here in the dining room. I don't use it in my craft room for two reasons. The biggest reason is it makes me leave my bedroom. The second is space. But so right here, right there is my Cricut machine. If you go back to the beginning, you'll see me bouncing back and forth between design space and you seeing my desk. Because we cut all this stuff out. We cut all these pieces out before we glued them all together today and put the card together. So guys, that coffee cup got empty before I even got to drink it at the table here because I remember I went and got that coffee cup and it had nothing in it. So now I have to go fill that coffee cup up with a drink. But you know what? We did 2 hours. I think we did good. We made a whole Cricut card in 2 hours. Oh my God, I'm slow. I'm so slow. So my next live is scheduled for Saturday. Today's Wednesday, right? So my next live is scheduled for Saturday. I mean, it's not on this. I don't have it set up to be scheduled, but that's my time that I've said. Yes, glossy accents is what she's asking about, but it's in another room, and I've got up 50 million times to go in the other room, and I'm not going to do that. I want little I've got little. All right, hold on. Lazy is going to get her butt up, so y'all can see what's going to be on here. Wait, ow. Hold on, I'm going to limp to the other room. I'll be right back. Coffee's calling my name. Okay, I'm back. You're so funny. It's going to take you days to make this card. What else did I miss? Let's see. What are we talking about over here while I was gone? While the mouse was away. Not as bad as you were Monday. No, I know. I was all over the place Monday. I'm not there today. You made a card last week and it took you 4 hours and it was a basic card. It takes a while to learn, and the more you do it, the faster you'll get. Believe me. Something like this when I first started would have took me about 8 hours. you know. So we're doing good. We're doing good. The more we do it, the faster we get. Anyway, I went to the other room and I got some of these. I got these little pearls. And I grabbed these two because it was in between these three. But these are my little gem and shaker bit things from Pink and Maine. These are the ones I was thinking about wanting to put on there. But as I'm looking at them, I don't really see a pink. But I do have a pink pearl. I mean, I do have pink. Let's see. And I didn't grab my stick pin, of course. I am too. I had to answer the door. I didn't grab my stick pin. What is wrong with me? Why do I not think of everything at once? All right, let's see. These are actually more the red ones, but let's see what they look like. Get off my finger. See, that looks better. Don't y'all agree? So I'm going to put a pearl on one of them so we can see the difference between the pearl and that. Well, you have to actually pick the pearl up, Linda. All right, so we got. Now I'm going to carefully lift this up and bring it closer so y'all can actually see it. No, I don't use the stick pin for weeding. If I'm weeding vinyl and stuff like that, I use this tool, the weeding tool. Except this one has that little curve. I have one that doesn't have that, and that's what I like to use for the weeding. And then sometimes I'll use my pokey tool. But my stick pin is the one that has the wax on the tip end, and it's my sticky. Anyway, let me pick this up. Let me stay on track here. All right. So, do we like the gem with the little point in the middle, or do we like the rounded pearl with the double colors? I'm going to wait a second. I'm going to wait for an answer. I always say that, and then I'm not waiting. It's so bad. Jackie is just now saying, oh, okay. See, that's how bad the lag is. Yeah. That's what I was saying. So the gem with the point, that's the middle. Okay, Jackie also likes the gem more than the pearl. Anybody else gonna, we got 2 for the gem. So we got the gem or the pearl. I'm looking at it and I think I like the pearl, I mean the gem better too. See? Yes, the middle. So the gem. Okay. I like the gem too. All right, we're going with the gem, y'all. We're going to put the pearl away. Since we've got Jackie and Melissa have voted and nobody else has, so that's what we're going with. Let's hope I pull out the same color. There we go. The Pokey Tool, Miss Gloria Wolf made it for me. Um, and I think Denise is in the process of learning how to make them. Denise, correct me if I'm wrong. Where I tell people this stuff. Okay, I think once I get my fingers up off here, I think we're done. I think we all finished with our card for today. So I like it. I love it. I don't want to make another of it though. I'm good. I'm done. I hope y'all had some fun. I need turkey sewing needles. Is that what they're called? Is that what these big things here are called? But so you are in the process of going to be making some? Like your dangles? She's making little dangles too, like to go on. That wasn't a typo. I didn't think it was a typo. I was like, is that what they're called? Because I don't know what to call it. I was thinking it was like a upholstery needle or something. You know, I don't know. I'm not that versed in. So you were looking at this, and I guess it does have a. I guess it does have the eye right there for the needle. It is a needle. Hmm. Anyway, so are you going to be making them? Well, I guess Jackie's going to make it now too. Okay, so they're that you sew a turkey together with at Thanksgiving. What? No, no, those needles have some kind of weird shape to them, so you can get under the skin and come out the other side and go up like that. The ones you sew the turkeys together with, they're not a straight needle. I'm pretty sure this would be more like an upholstery needle. I'm going to look on Google because now you got me curious if my thinking is right. And if I'm wrong, I want to say I'm wrong. I don't want to say you're wrong if I'm wrong. Hold on a minute. I'm going to go over here behind the scenes and Google this. Turkey needle. Turkey sewing needle. I want images. I don't want to find out where to buy them. Okay, I'm wrong. No, I'm not. Wait a minute. Yeah, I think I might be wrong. I might be wrong, y'all. Yep. I just got to be careful because some of them have a bent curve. They're a trussing needle. Meat trussing needle. There you go. That's what they're called, y'all. Denise was right. I was wrong. I don't know. Needs to be big enough for your hand. And hey, wait a minute. I'm missing pieces. I just realized that, y'all. I just realized I'm missing the piece that holds all of these little beads on. There's a plastic piece. So I'm missing some beads. This shouldn't be pointy like that. It should only be from here to here. Guys, I've had this forever. She made this for me a long time ago. Oh no, maybe time to retire it before I ruin it. I might have to get me something else. Use something else as a pokey tool. Oops, sorry. I actually have one. They're just dangerous. It's just dangerous feeling to me. Too much of the needle is revealed now. I'm wondering if it didn't come apart inside my thing here where I was putting it. I'll look later to see if I can find the beads that are not on there. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out, chatting with me. See, we all learn something new every day. I never knew what a trussing needle was. I didn't know they actually really used real needles. We learned that we could ink blend little spaces with some Q-tips. And all right, guys, you know what time it is? I haven't seen the letters from Melissa yet. That's usually my sign to get the hell off the internet. All right, Melissa, there we go. There we go. Bye, y'all.
Hey, thanks for the love, every like, every view. You show up for the ride, and I'm smiling because of you. You keep the chat alive, you make the whole thing shine. Little thumbs, big heart, you're my favorite part. So clap along, stay close, stay near. You made this place feel warm in here. Thank you, thank you. You too, crew, thank you, thank you. I'm clapping for you. Thank you, thank you. Every day you press play, and I'm glad you stayed. From the first upload to the ones I do now, you were right there with a smile somehow. Common shares and cheers and never miss a beat.